And we are underway in St. Paul. The 29th time the Foligno brothers have squared off against each other in the NHL. Taken away by Grzelcyk, who carries to center and rips it in for Chicago.
Well, good start for Chicago.
Here's Bedard down the slot, saved by Volstead. Rebound clear to the wall. Held there by Crevier. His shot is smothered. It's loose. They score. Volstead thought he had it covered, didn't get the whistle, and the Blackhawks have the game's first goal, a minute 19 in.
The Chicago team that gets the puck to the net in a hurry, and then they crash it. So Bedard with two looks there. Chicago they're not overcomplicating it. It's kind of just sitting there. Wait, I don't know I think Bedard had a good look at this one the first time. It might have hit the elbow and stayed out. Or back bar. I think Bedard's going to end up getting credit for this one. I think that first one was in.
Kaprizov carries out for Minnesota. Feeds Zuccarello at the Chicago line. He works past Crevier. Fights through a hook, a shot. Knight with a save, and the rebound goes to the corner. Kaprizov battling with Nazar.
Well, while they're starting to find their legs, I think early the speed and compete from Chicago caught him off guard, but the Wild starting to match.
Hartman comes off the end boards with it. Former Chicago draft pick goes to Hughes, across to Faber. In the middle, Zuccarello. Now to Hartman, a shot off the post. Knight never saw it. Here's Boldy for Minnesota. Hands it off to Johansson, driving the net, and a pad saved by Knight. Maybe the best chance for Minnesota so far. Johansson to Boldy. Now Nazar fires, save Volstead, and he will cover.
John Hines and the rest of the coaching staff kind of desire to keep together because there's a lot of familiarity and success with them.
Slaggert moves in for Chicago, defended by Faber. They were on the ice for the Blackhawks goal here this game, and they're on the ice for the second as Donato grabs a loose puck and beats Volstead. It's a 2-0 Chicago lead.
Natural goal scorer, and he just kind of finds some quiet ice. And again, you got to win the walls. The Wild lose that battle. They try to bump it into support in the middle. End up just turning this puck over, and Faber puts it on a tee for Ryan Donato, and he goes right over the glove of Volstead. No chance for the goaltender. Perfectly placed shot by Donato. The Hawks forecheck was fast, and I think it surprised the Wild defense a little bit. Wow, this is a mature team. I think there's going to be a good response here in the second frame. But
5.5 minutes into the second, a much better start to the second than we saw in the first for Minnesota. Kaprizov moves through the circle, still with a puck behind the net. For Zuccarello, he's tied up in front. Kaprizov keeps it alive and then lost it to Vlasic, who's able to play it off the boards and ahead. Mikheyev moves in and scores! And on the first shot of the period for Chicago, they extend the lead to 3-0.
Speed in this one, it's just Mikheyev. He put his head down before that puck was delivered. He got a step on Faber, and in stride he shoots that one again. Puck could and should be stopped. Mikheyev even.
They had a stretch here where they went 12-0-2 at home, but have dropped 6 of their last 7 in front of the home fans. Tarasenko tried to go short side. Knight got a shoulder on it.
Trying to, again, understanding the assignment down 3. Get to what he's good at. He's been physical.
Volstead looking behind him on this one-timer by Bedard.
Yeah, I think you have to go back almost to, these guys don't get a lot of practice right now.
Centering pass, save Volstead, rebound loose, and Green's shot was blocked. Comes free to the line, a lot of commotion. Volstead doesn't have his stick. Kaiser back to Green. Volstead out for the save, and Johansson.
When you've been around long enough, you believe it, and you do. You stick with it. He stuck with it. Now it's starting to pay off.
Here's a chance for Trenyon moving in. A shot. He scores! He's rewarded now with a goal, and the Wild are back in it.
Yeah, the Wild win that board battle. Trenyon does a good job pressuring Grzelcyk, creates that loose puck, and he comes down the ice, and he's not thinking, hey, I want to make a pretty play. It's wait for the D, gives up the skates, I'm going to shoot this puck far side, and he goes posting in, perfectly placed shot. Boy, that's a
back to the line for Grzelcyk. Misfires all the way back down in Chicago territory. Kaprizov out front. Hartman fires. Blocker save Knight. Rebound held by Kaprizov. Spurgeon. Lost it to Green. Murphy winds, fires off the post. Murphy again with it. And I think we saw exactly what we expected to see from Chicago so far in this game. At times, an explosive Johansson and Eriksson Ek able to keep it alive. Boldy holds. Drops it back to Hughes. Hughes spins to the backhand. Turns, throws one on goal. They score! Eriksson Ek on the rebound. And it's 3-2.
Thing, yeah, the spinorama. He actually pulls two off here, throws it on net. Eriksson Ek does a good job getting inside on Kaiser. And again, Spencer Knight has had a good game. That catches Johansson's steal, then redirects. Knight can't find it and ends up on the forehand of Eriksson Ek. But the Wild, with numbers at the net, win the battles. Keep it simple.
Picks up a carom off the glass. Goes down for Hartman. Centers for Tarasenko. A shot and a glove save by Knight. Lost control of it. Nazar plays ahead to Bedard. Back to Nazar. A sliding save by Volstad. Boldy gains the line. Volstad wanders off. Spurgeon moves in. Fires. It's loose. Eriksson Ek a shot. Rebound. They score! Jared Spurgeon ties it for Minnesota.
Spurgeon just doesn't throw this puck at the cage. He waits, looks for his lane, sends it through. Soft shot. And much like the first one, it goes off of a skate. This time it's Eriksson Ek, but he wins his battle net front. And Kaiser victimized again by Eriksson Ek. Spurgeon following his route, not going for a skate behind the net. Stops on the doorstep. Backhand Spencer Knight. No clue where that is. He gets caught.
Fires it into the Chicago zone. And for a league-high 21st time, the Wild will move on to overtime.
Even wins of this comeback nature, they're exciting, but they're exhausting on the body.
Crowd on their feet here in St. Paul. Wild win the draw. He'll protect it and send it back to Hughes. Now to Boldy. Has Johansson with him. Johansson in. Saved by Knight. Rebound controlled by Boldy. Gives it to Nazar. Now back to Bedard. 4-on-3 power play for Chicago. Nazar fires. Sliding save Volstad. Faber with a terrific play. Tried to kick it loose. Eriksson Ek back to the corner. And he'll send it not out. Nazar holds. And a glove save by Volstad. Nick Foligno now on to take this draw for Chicago, and he wins it against Eriksson Ek. 4 forwards for the Hawks. Bedard moves in. Fires. Glove save. Rebounds loose. Nazar a shot. Sprawling play by Faber to break it up. Teravainen up high in the zone. Leaves it for Bedard. Cut off by Middleton. Bedard circles. Drags for a shot. It's off the stick of Volstad and out of play. And the Wild penalty kill comes through for a 5th time in the game to send this one into a shootout.
Boy, the Wild, give them credit, they have stuck with it.
Kirill Kaprizov in for Minnesota. He scores!
Over the pad, but he comes in from an angle, takes the edge. Actually, he just snaps that one.
Matt Boldy for the win. And a save by Knight. Wild will need a stop from Volstad.
Well, Boldy just gets a little too tight on the move here. And
Ryan Donato, who had a goal in the game tonight, in against Volstad. Saved by Volstad! And a win for the Wild! For the first time this season, Minnesota comes from 3 goals down to win it 4 final.